My name is Sophia, and I am 33. I've been happily married to my best friend Ponting for 10 years. We met during our final year of university, and our friendship blossomed into a lovely romance. We chose not to have children and are satisfied with our two-person household, which includes 2 dogs, a cat, and a little turtle. Our relationship seemed wonderful, or so I thought. Everything changed when I discovered a text message on Ponting's phone from an unknown number, professing her love and preparing a surprise for their anniversary. My world crumbled. I felt betrayed, and my mind raced with questions. How could he do this to me? When did it start? And who was this mystery woman? I remember that day vividly. Ponting was in the shower, and his phone was lying on the bed. I picked it up to check the time, and that's when I saw the message. My heart skipped a beat, and my eyes felt like they were burning. I tried to compose myself, but my hands were shaking. I didn't confront him immediately, fearing the truth. Instead, I continued to play the role of the loving wife, so I put the phone back and waited for him to come out of the shower, acting like nothing was wrong. But inside, I was dying. The feeling of betrayal was eating me up, and I couldn't shake it off. I kept thinking about the message and who this woman was. Was she younger than me? Was she prettier? Did they have a connection that I didn't? I didn't confront him that day or the next. I didn't want to accuse him of anything without being sure. So, I started secret investigating, trying to find out more about this mystery woman. And one night, I accessed his phone and read their conversations, all while his infidelity. I discovered that the mistress was an intern at his office, and their relationship had been ongoing for almost 8 months. My heart ached. Ponting had portrayed me as the villain in their story, a heartless and unfaithful wife. My anger grew even more when I read this, and my heart sank. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I couldn't believe that my husband, my best friend, could do this to me. I kept reading their conversations, and it only got worse. They were talking about their future together, about how they would start a new life once he left me. I felt like I was living a nightmare. I didn't know what to do. Part of me wanted to confront him, to scream and cry and ask him why. But another part of me wanted to pretend like nothing was wrong, to act like I didn't know. I was torn between my anger and my fear. Then I decided and realized that I had to take matters into my own hands and seek revenge. That's when I met Ethan, a charming bricklayer hired to renovate our real estate office. He was sensual, magnetic, and the perfect candidate for my plan. I decided to seduce him, to make him mine, and to forget about Ponting's infidelity. At least, that's what I told myself. As we spent more time together, I found myself drawn to Ethan's kind and genuine nature. He was different from Ponting, more passionate and more present. But I didn't want to admit it, not even to myself. I was still married, and I didn't want to be a cheater like my husband. But the more time we spent together, the more I realized that I couldn't deny my feelings. I was falling in love with Ethan, and I didn't know what to do. Part of me wanted to leave Ponting and be with Ethan, but another part of me was scared of the consequences. I was scared of what people would think, of how my husband would react, and of what would happen to our business. As the days passed, our connection grew stronger, and I finally found the courage to make my move. We shared a passionate night in the office, and I felt alive again. Ethan became my lover, and I no longer cared about Ponting's infidelity. I had found someone who appreciated me, and I was determined to enjoy every moment of this new adventure. I realized that life is too short to be unhappy, and that I deserved to find happiness, even if it meant seeking it outside my marriage. So, I continued my affair with Ethan, and I never looked back. It's been a year now, and I'm still with Ethan. We're happy, and we're in love. We've built a life together, and we're grateful for every moment we share. I know that what I did was wrong, but I don't regret it. I regret not leaving my husband sooner, not finding Ethan earlier. My story is a reminder that life is full of surprises and that sometimes, we must take matters into our own hands to find our true happiness. It's not always easy, and it's not always right, but it's worth it. So, if you're unhappy in your marriage, if you're feeling trapped and alone,